Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To my lecturer Sir Rahman Yaakob. Our group would like to present about the analysis industry for one company. Therefore, the company that we have chosen is Starbucks in Malaysia. In Malaysia, Starbucks is under Berjaya Berhad, where the first store was operated on 17 December 1998 in Kuala Lumpur. Like other companies that have been tracked by competitors, Starbucks also being no exception in facing the matters in this food and beverages industry. The main competitors for Starbucks are Dunkin' Donut, McCafe McDonald, and the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf. This main three rivalry is given Starbucks a pressure to maintain their brand and product among consumers. As for Dunkin' Donut, the strength for this company is a strong concentrated on coffee and donut, as well as the price is more affordable from Starbucks. Similar like McCafe McDonald, the coffee, tea and chocolate drink has low price than Starbucks. In addition, for the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, the strong in marketing strategy has given the company strength to compete with Starbucks. For example, Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf always has a promotion on the drink that attract the consumer to purchase the drinks. Forces analysis is able to analyze the Starbucks resources and capability to maintain the business group. First and foremost, in terms of bargaining power of buyer or customer, Starbucks experience a strong forces because the consumer have power to buy the drink from Starbucks, as well as they can switch their preference to another brand. Even though consumer is willing to pay high price for premium coffee, they also tend to change their preference. The second one, as for bargaining power of supplier, Starbucks experience weak forces because Starbucks have many suppliers to fulfill their stock. In this situation, it weakens the bargaining power of supplier, as Starbucks can change to another supplier if one supplier is not able to supply the product that needed by Starbucks. In terms of price, Starbucks also has an advantage because the supplier cannot charge a high price, as the company has many varieties of supplier. In addition, the third forces is in terms of threat of substitution or substitute for Starbucks is growing. The product of Starbucks is easily to imitate, and many companies can sell coffee and tea in low price rather than Starbucks. Another threat for Starbucks in terms of substitute product is a ready-to-drink beverages and instant beverage powder that are available in supermarket where consumer can make the coffee at home by themselves. Another forces is in terms of competitive rivalry. Starbucks facing a very strong forces in terms of competitive rivalry. Many companies that have same product like Starbucks, such as Costa Coffee, McCafe McDonald, and the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, have their specialty and strategies. Also, the companies have good image in their brand and reputation that made the companies becoming one of the strongest competitor for Starbucks in selling by selling the cheaper price. Also can affect the business of Starbucks because Starbucks charge a high price for their products. Lastly, threat of new entrant to enter the food and beverages industry and compete with Starbucks is moderate. Many coffee houses in Malaysia is growing in local level as well as international. The achievement of new entrant to become more successful than Starbucks is low because this company has large market share and have a good quality of product. Even though Starbucks put a high price toward the product, the consumer willingly to pay because the quality of the coffee and tea that attract the consumer to buy or purchase the product from Starbucks.
Next, we move on to the external factors analysis for Starbucks. In order to sustain the business in today's economy, the company has to take a look at the impact of the rival companies around them. There are a lot of external factors that Starbucks have to consider in maintaining their business. Factor analysis are the external factors that need to be examined by Starbucks. The political issue of a company somehow can right away affect the company, either through political decision, tax and foreign policy. In order to globalize the Starbucks to all over various countries, the company have to know the laws and regulation of the various regional market. That is one of the primary political factor for each countries. Therefore, the political situation of the developing countries is a perfect market for Starbucks to expand their business, since those developing countries want to improve their country's infrastructure. Next, for the economic condition, the height of economic growth of the developing countries can create the opportunities for Starbucks to earn more revenues from market in various countries. However, there are a lot of cheaper alternatives that give Starbucks a high competitive market, and many people tend to buy the common products from Starbucks competitors with lower price. Social cultural factors can be the important impact on the profit for Starbucks. The changing demographics in some countries and other of the social factors can impact the business growth. By following the trend, Starbucks need to focus on the millennial generation in order to sustain the business. Moreover, Starbucks mostly depend on the upper class society to buy their products, and it may be tough for Starbucks to maintain relevance in this industry if they do not diversify their range of products and meet the market demand. Technological factors also can affect Starbucks. This Starbucks company always up to date when it comes to the technological development, such as introducing Wi-Fi facilities in all their outlets. Other than Wi-Fi facilities, Starbucks also providing mobile-based online payment method to ease the payment process for their customers, as nowadays people love the concept of cashless, where they only need to pay using their mobile phone. Other than that, the environmental factors also can affect Starbucks' business growth. Starbucks always use paper and plastic cup for their beverages. In order to reduce the amount of wastage that caused by Starbucks, they have a major opportunities to offer more of its product by using the recyclable packaging. Last but not least, legal factors in pastel also can affect the Starbucks business growth, as it is the important requirement for business. The caffeine consumption level are being strictly regulated in various countries because it can bring harmful effects if it been consuming excessively. As for Starbucks, they are providing all the information needed to the customers regarding the law and the regulation in coffee sourcing, and also providing others information about their companies because transparency is very important to them.
Okay, let's proceed to SWOT analysis of Starbucks company. The strength of Starbucks is they has a very strong brand value with focusing to the quality of product and also excellent customer service. Second, Starbucks also has a strong financial strength that help them to maintain strong even though their balance sheet started to be weakened during 2018 and 2019. Third is Starbucks has been listed as one of Fortune top 100 places to work for because they offering a good treatment to the employee. For the weakness, Starbucks' target of customer has been limited because of using a premium price strategy and it is not suitable for every market. Next, Starbucks product not diversified enough that can fulfill the needs and demand of consumer that more prefer to buy a food and beverage at same outlet. Another weakness for Starbucks is in terms of uniqueness of product. As we know, many companies can imitate the product from Starbucks, which lead the company to has a strong forces competitor. As a well-known company, Starbucks has a huge opportunity in expanding their business, such as introduce new products in order to increase the scale of customer base. Besides, by making a partnership and strategic alliance with other firms, help the company to rise the growth of company and also strengthen their market share in industry. Not only by expanding the product, Starbucks also can expand their store by increase the number of branches that operate across the globe, especially in the country that have very limited store such as in India. Lastly, the threat that Starbucks company facing is operating their business in terms of the growth in operational costs. When the operating cost for the business growth increase, the profit margin of company will be dropped. Second, the supply of raw material also be a threat for the company because the supply and price of coffee are not under the control of Starbucks company. This is due to an unforeseen situation and economic condition that can affect in supplying the raw material. Other than that, low cost seller also affecting the stability of Starbucks business as there are more local coffee houses that offer similar product but with an affordable price that attract more customers.
As for inbound logistics suppliers and logistics center, Starbucks has a structured process to create both strategic and operational strategy, ensuring that it ties production, procurement, and logistics to the business needs. One is operation, which is products. Starbucks is enjoying a trustworthy reputation for its product, and this enhances the long-term relationship with its customers. As for outbound logistics distributors, Starbucks is also more flexible than most firms in its distribution channel. Distribution channel is split into two parts, which is store operated by companies and channels operated by non-companies. For the service, Starbucks aims to be loyalty towards customers through its customer service in store. Service training is a key component of the value chain which helps to make unique offering. The last one is marketing and sales. Starbucks does not use the traditional marketing strategy to market its brand.
Starbucks marketing strategy advertising, sales promotion, direct marketing, personal selling, and public relations. The organization tries to meet enormous demands of cultural and environmental differences in market which they operate.
Next, I will explain about the secondary activities. As for Starbucks Malaysia, the company have four main secondary activities, such Starbucks has strong infrastructure, have also their physical resources, plus the brand itself has strong position in industry. Second, in terms of human resource management, Starbucks focuses on the training and facilitating the learning and growth of its employees. Besides, Starbucks also focuses on being ethical and customer-oriented. Third, Starbucks meets the target audience by its technological development, such sales in web, mobile platform, mobile payments, also in handling the company payrolls, accounting, and internal and external communications. Lastly, in terms of procurement, Starbucks has also focused on suppliers purchasing its materials, which guarantee quality and follow ethical practices, as the company also will comply with the business policy to charging reasonably high prices to small coffee growers to allow them to cover the cost of productions. Last but not least, I will close the presentation by giving a few suggestions and recommendations for Starbucks Malaysia. As we know, stay competitive in market is really important for businesses' growth. Due to that, we have 4 suggestions for Starbucks in order for the company to stay competitive in today's innovative era. Starbucks is famously known with their premium coffee, but until today, Starbucks only offer buyers to order and make requests for less sugar coffee. As Malaysian consumption of coffee is 2.5 cups of coffee a day, we suggest that Starbucks come out with coffee that is less sugar. By that, they can also targeting and gain more adult as their customer instead of only focusing on youth. Second, Starbucks should start to build unique types of building and location like what Starbucks did in Thailand. Even though Starbucks Malaysia is located in urban area, we believe that the company can make Thailand as their inspirations, where they providing in friendly and home vibe of Starbucks. Besides, with the uniqueness of the building and interior designs of their stores, Starbucks Thailand also provided environmental friendly / green area in their stores. Third, we suggest that Starbucks should introduce drinks that meet their local preference. As we know, Malaysia famous with teh tarik drinks. Starbucks should produce signature Starbucks teh tarik brewing to meet their local preferences. This can be seen when McDonald's has successfully met the Malaysian taste, where they introducing the nasi lemak McD, as the company know how Malaysians love rice, and nasi lemak is the originally Malaysian food. By following these kinds of techniques, we believe that Starbucks can be more and stay competitive in the industry. What? Starbucks should start introduce and serve for dinner as well, as we know Starbucks already provided breakfast and lunch at the store, but not for dinner. We suggest that Starbucks also provided choices of dinner's menu at Starbucks. By that, people who come at night not only can buy the drinks, but also can get more foods from the stores, and customers can enjoy having booths, drinks, and foods at the store or any other kind of places. This conclude, even Starbucks already have the strong brand name, but still, the company needs some changes and innovation in order for the company to compete with the industry's competitors.